Hello, Ben and Lindsay. Just wanted to congratulate you again on your new 2019 Volkswagen Atlas SEL Premium and a quick video tutorial of the car, since we didn't have time to go over the car with you when you guys were here with the kids. So I'm going to go over some things on the car just so you know how to operate features and functions on your car. Let's take a quick look inside. So first thing you're going to notice about your door, you have one touch up, one touch down on all four windows. So you flip that window down and that window goes completely down. You flip up again and that window goes completely up in one touch. You do also have on your door window locks for the rear passengers. So if your kids get rambunctious and like to play with the windows and roll them up and roll them down, and it annoys you, you can actually push this button here and lock it out so they can't mess with those. You do have your mirror control up here as well. L is for left, O is for off, R is for right on here. And this becomes a joystick where you can move it down, up, down, left, or right. And then also you'll notice that you have two more icons here. This is for the power folding mirrors. So you can actually fold the mirrors in as they fold in. And then I can turn it back out and they'll go back out to open. So if you have a tight spot in a garage or something like that, that's what you would use that for. You also have a heated option over here. So this turns on the heated mirror in the wintertime. If you have dew or frost or ice on the mirrors, that'll burn that off. Now that does not have a shut off timer, so you'll want to make sure you shut that off when you're not using it. Otherwise it'll stay on all summer. And you just turn that switch back to the O for the off position there. You do also have a power liftgate button right here. So by pulling up on that, the back hatch will beep and it opens, and then I can pull up on that same button and hold, and that's going to close the hatch. Alright, you do also have automatic headlights, and also you have fog light section right there, so you can pull out on that to turn on the fog lights. Now when you have this on, when you have this pulled out, it does defeat the auto on-off functionality of the headlights. So by pushing in on that and leaving it on auto, they will go on and off automatically. But if you pull out on the fog lights, they are on all the time. Down here you do have a coin box for storage. Got that right there, kind of hidden. And then you have a telescoping steering wheel. With that little lever right there, you pull down on it, and now you can pull out, push in, raise or lower the steering wheel wherever you need it, and then lift up on this to lock it back, and it stays put on your steering wheel. You'll see a button here that says REZ for resume, set down here, and then up here there's a little power switch. So this little button here, if I just push it, brings up that icon right there, and that's your cruise control. So it's telling you that it's on, but it's not set. Now if I hit the plus button right here, it's going to add speed to that. Now if I touch and hold this button, it changes that by 5-mile-an-hour increments. This button right here is for my assist systems. So this is lane assist, blind spot monitoring, rear traffic alert, and front assist that are all active. And by using these buttons over here, I can arrow down and change and hit the OK button to deselect something. So if I deselect rear traffic alert, I just hit the OK button and now it's gone. And to reactivate it, I just hit OK again and now it's checked again. So with lane assist, there's a camera in this rear view mirror housing looking for lane markings, painted lane markings on the road. You must be traveling 40 miles an hour or faster for that to activate. And then also, it has to see painted markings on the ground to be able to be active. This little icon right here, the little yellow roadway, turns green when that is actually on and active and locked on. It turns yellow when it's disengaged. So you do also have blind spot monitoring, which there's a window etch in the mirror right about there. It shows up. So let me see if I can get that to show up for you. See it flickering yellow there? That's what it will look like when it's on. Okay, so rear traffic alert is for cross traffic at the back of the car. If it detects oncoming traffic as you're backing out of a space, it will alert you. And if it doesn't think you're going to react soon enough, it will slam on the brakes. So it will scare the heck out of you the first time it happens, but at least you'll know what it feels like and what it looks like when it does it. You do have Volkswagen's digital cockpit right here. It shows the parking gear here, trip odometer here, cruise control here, and then speed over here. Now on the steering wheel, there's a button labeled view. You can hit this button and it's going to change your view to crop screen there. Hitting it again changes it to the dial screen, and then hitting it once more takes it back to the wide screen. Now if you want to change items that are displayed in this screen or the dial screen, you just hit the view button, which is right here under my finger, touch it and hold it, and it brings up this back menu where you can change different things here and show different things on display. So you can change or edit what displays there. This little icon right here, the one right there with the roadway, that is the adaptive cruise control. It tells you that it sees a car ahead of you. So there's a little silhouette of a car right there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's right there. So when you're following a car on the highway, it will show that little roadway and a little silhouette there. Speaking of the adaptive cruise control, you can hit a button here to change your following distance. It's this little black button right here with the little lines below it. By pushing that button, it changes how far or how close you are to the car in front of you while using cruise control. Volume control is right here on the steering wheel, and then over here this is your song skip and preset skip. So you can change radio stations, you can change presets and all of that there. And if you decide you don't want presets, you want it to be just a seek button, you can change it using your radio in the settings. You have 4 sets of vents right here, here, over there, and then one over here on the right. You do also have Fender Premium audio, so you've got a subwoofer in the trunk. So some things that I'll show you here. For navigation, we have it showing up over here, and we can actually move that over to here. There's a little infrared sensor there that detects your hand, and it waves across like abracadabra. You hit the map button, and now it takes it from here and puts it over here. Also, you'll notice that north is pointing up here. Actually, true north is a little bit off of that. It's close, but not quite. It just changed by hitting that button there. It changes it to true north. So your orientation on the map is normal. There is also a backup camera with trajectory steering, so I can turn the steering wheel any direction there, and it shows me where I'm headed with that yellow line. Also, you have an app button. Since you guys have an iPhone, you'll be using Apple CarPlay. Once you plug into that USB there, Apple CarPlay will pop up automatically here. It's plug and play. It'll show up on the screen. You may have to hit connect on your phone and apply or allow on your cell phone and connect on the radio, and then you're set to go. In the corner will be a Siri button, a little white Siri button that you can touch and hold to activate Siri. For your phone setup, you'll be able to set up your Bluetooth and have presets here. You'll have 6 presets that you can use. Media is going to be what you use for auxiliary, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, USB 1, SD card 1, or USB 2. USB 2 is going to be located inside this little armrest right here. USB 1 is down here. SD card slot is right there, number 2. The first one's occupied for navigation. Voice, you can actually have it tune the radio station, or you can also use the steering wheel button here to do the same. In your glove box, again, a CD player, SD card reader right here and here, and there's also a holder right here for extra cards. Your manuals are all located in the glove box. And in the Ziploc bag in this manual here is your tire warranty and also your roadside assistance phone number. So you'll need that. Your roadside assistance is free for 3 years or 36,000 miles. The car itself has a 6-year, 72,000 mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. On your key fob, I did go over the remote start with you, but here's the buttons again. So lock right here, hit that button 2 times and hit this 2 times button twice, and that's going to do the remote start for you. This will also open your trunk here, and it will not close the trunk, but it will open it. And then you also have the unlock button here. There's a light in the cup holder right there, so you can see where you're setting your drink. Your push button start, of course, and then your e-brake. To pull up on the e-brake to apply it, and then you put your foot on the brake and push down to release it. For your 360-degree camera, you just push that button there, and now you have the 360 camera, which is piecing 4 images together, 1 in the nose, 2 in the mirrors, and 1 at the rear. And you can touch any panel to isolate that side and give that camera view. It's pretty nice that you can do that. Now you do also have something called Park Assist. This is where the car will park itself. You'll see an icon similar to this, and you'll follow the instructions. You control the gas, the gear, and the brake, and it steers the car. On your seats, these are leather seats. They're ventilated and heated as well, and they're super perforated there, so there's lots of perforation in those. Your ventilated seat buttons are going to be right here and right here. Your heated seat buttons are going to be on the outside of those, right there and there. You can run both simultaneously if you want, but it's already almost 100 degrees outside, so we're not going to do that. On your ventilation here, you do have maximum defrost, your rear window defrost, and then also your fan speed you can control right here. And then also this menu button brings up a touchscreen where you can run the same things on the screen. You can adjust fan speed and vent setup for the back, also temperature for the back. You can also lock out the back. And then you also have something called air care. Air care is a filtration system that's going to filter out outside pollutants and allergens, and this little blue line is going to expand to cover the entire cabin. We'll come back to that. You do also have a rest button here. The rest button is something you would use when you park the car, maybe to go into a Quick Trip or a Wawa or something like that, or a gas station or store or something, and you needed the air to keep moving in the car. This recirculates the air in the car. It doesn't actually heat or cool, but it circulates whatever residual air is left in the car. Over here, the sync button is going to pair both sides, the left side and the right side. By turning that off, I can now have independent temperature zones. That's my max AC button there. That's going to give me full blast AC, and it's going to cool the car in about 2 minutes. And then, of course, the AC button down below to make sure you're getting the maximum cooling effect. The heated steering wheel is right here. Also, you have an auto start stop shut off button, so when that car comes to a stop at a stop sign or a red light and the engine shuts off, you can actually disable that by pushing that button. Now you have to do that with each start. It does not remember to do that. It doesn't stay on permanently. It resets with each start. USB and auxiliary ports are right there, and a 12-volt charger, and of course this USB inside of here. Up above, power sunshade, one quick touch there, and the sunshade goes all the way back. You do also have this button right here for the sunroof. Push up on the back tip, and that ventilates the sunroof, and pull down on that same tip, and that closes the sunroof. Push at the front of that button back, and that opens the sunroof, and it slides all the way back. There's also a pop-up windscreen that comes up right there, and the sunroof stops right there. It's super hot, so I'm going to close that. And then up here you have a vanity mirror with a light above. You have that on each side, so passenger and driver both have that. And then you have these buttons up here. This is for your dome light control, so when you open your door, no dome light. If I hit this first button, now I open the door, and the dome light dims on and dims off. Then up here there's a map light, and here there's a map light, and then this button does your side lamps and also your third row dome light. So let's take a look at the second row. With your captain's chair setup, these two seats are going to be heated. This one is, and that one over there is. You'll notice on the armrest that there is a little dial. This dial adjusts. By rolling this dial, it adjusts where the armrest locks down. So you can adjust that, and it stops at different points. Climate control is simple right here for the heated seats and also cool and heat. and then also fan speed over there. Three-prong plug-in right there for a laptop or computer or some sort. Also, you have 2 USBs down there. And then for this seat, to slide it forward or to tilt it forward, lift up and it pitches forward, and then your passengers climb into the back. Those headrests flick up with the flick of a wrist, and then to go back, you just lift up and push back the other way, and now that seat's back. And to recline the seat or fold the seat flat, you lift up on this button here, and the seat folds completely flat. That side does the exact same thing. You have a sunshade built in here. By now your kids have already found that right there, and it just locks right in right there. So if we look at the trunk area here, this one has a bumper guard on it. That's great. That's a great add if you don't have that. I'm pretty sure you do on yours as well. Here's a look at the back. These little levers here lift up and the seat pitches forward. Same on this side here, and those seats will go flat. Roadside assistance kit right there has a set of jumper cables in there, road triangles, and some gloves in there if you ever need those. Hopefully you won't. There's a hidden bag hook right here in this side. You do also have seat belt clips back here to clip the seat belt in if you're carrying cargo so it doesn't get tangled. And there's also a trunk light here and a trunk light over here. Now for your hatch, you do have, underneath this carpeted floor, you do have the Velcro sticks really well. You do have this handle right here you can lift up. There is your subwoofer. It's a quick release subwoofer right there. And the spare tire is beneath the floor. So it's beneath that. You just unscrew this guy right here and take the subwoofer off, and then the spare tire is underneath this carpeted floor. This one comes with a hitch, a trailer hitch included, the trailer hitch extras. Yours most likely does not, but that's where that's all kept. And then there's also a cargo net over here to the side. So here's a look through from the back again. An easy kick open hatch. It's not going to work right now with the car running, but for it to work, you need to have the car shut off. You need to have the key on your person, and you'll just come up and kick right here from the trailer hitch over to the left in a sweeping motion like that, and step back. The turn signal will flash and the hatch will open. So if you end up having any questions about this car, please feel free to give me a call. 636-290-4257 is my number again. 636-290-4257. And you can text me or email me as well. Thanks a lot, guys, and once again, congratulations and have a great day and enjoy your Atlas.